How many of you feel like you're stuck? How many of you have put so much into life that you're not sure what life really means anymore? Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Wire Fire Factor. I am your host, Matt Wireman. And today's episode, I want to connect. I want to go a little deeper and I want to just share with you some of the things that I've done. And there's a message out of my book that I wrote, and I encourage you guys to go on Amazon, type in my name, and you'll find it. It's called You'll Be Dead Longer Than Alive. And that message is simple because you'll be dead longer than alive. It's the idea that we only get one shot at this lifetime and we cannot waste it, and that we got to go for it. But before we go for it, as always, we got to get those hands going, get started, get jacked up, because this is it. This is the things that gets me pumped up. And I hope that through this journey, you are getting yourself pumped up. We get one shot at this. And this book is about just finding yourself, because we truly want to find a fulfilled life. Doesn't always mean that it's going to be easy. It doesn't always mean that we have the answers. But if we're going to fight, we're going to have to fight all the way through it. And as we pursue something better than ourselves, or better than we are today, we got to be able to connect to this universe. The universe, look at it. It's mighty. Everything about it is amazing. But I'm here to tell you that if you don't start today, then you might as well forget it, because tomorrow it won't happen. Too many times we procrastinate, we put it off, and it really just doesn't happen. One of the things as we go through this journey, I'm going to continue to give you guys, I believe that this book has so much insight and so much powerful messaging that there's no way that you can't use this, that you can't go after it. And if you read it, that's great. If you don't like to read, I understand that. Not everybody believes in it. So you can also find me on YouTube, the Wirefire Factor, where I recorded every single chapter, because I truly believe in it. I believe in that just getting that message out there is more important, than trying to sell a book or try to just get this out there. I believe what's in it is real, and I believe it's deep, because I spent the last 20 years dealing with people. And when I say dealing with people, that means all forms. I've been in leadership and I've actively pursued it. I'm passionate about it. And sometimes people wear me down. It's exhausting because of their burdens, right? You try to help them, but they're not really ready to help themselves. So through this journey, I said, okay, what are we looking for? I tried to connect. And as I saw different types of personalities, I saw different types of people, I saw different types of situations, different age groups, with children, without children. So all of these over the last 20 years, I've recorded my notes and then I put them together. And I'm telling you, this is powerful. So something that I want to read out of here that means something to me, that we want to talk about today. It says, if you must look down the barrel every morning to make sure that you don't go back to that lonely, dark place, then you're not living either. The universe doesn't play favorites to those who just work hard. The universe demands us to be silent assassins. Silent so that we can find peace no matter what we face, but an assassin to strike at any moment with the ability to walk away winners. You can be defeated and knocked down, but you have to be a warrior. You have to be willing to fight. Warriors know how to win, even when they're losing. So let's talk about that for a minute. How many of you feel like you've been beat down? You've given everything you've got, and you just don't feel like you're getting a break. Well, a true warrior looks at that situation and says, okay, what do I need to do different then? Because I obviously can't control the circumstance that's right in front of me. So I have to take a hard look back. And again, I keep saying this over and over. You have to be able to pull yourself out, objectively take a 30,000 foot view and say, okay, now I recognize the situation I'm in. Now let's start going for those details. Let's take and put something on paper. Let's see what it means to us. Again, every episode we're talking about what's in the heart, what's in the mind, what's in the soul, and what's in the body. So you got to be able to pull it out. Myself, I'll tell you what I struggle with the most. When I get a vision, it goes deep. It goes so deep that until that vision is out on paper or it's sought out and then it's pursued, I'll be at unrest. There's no way that I can settle myself down because I'm caught in my own head. So what my gift is that I can see 6 months ahead. My curse is that I can see 6 months ahead. I'm always trying to put myself in that scenario so that I can think out of the scenarios of what's good, what's bad, what do I need to learn from, and then I try to conquer it step by step. I'm going after it. I'm going to rally the people around me. Doesn't matter what project I'm on or the people that I have that work for me. I try to make sure that I position us to be successful, and not every loss means that we are out of the fight, right? We have to be able to be a warrior, and a warrior says, okay, What can I do differently? But then how do I quit repeating the things that's getting us back in that spot? And I think that's having a clear vision. The details don't always make sense. The data doesn't always give you just the answer. So you got to be able to have a strong enough vision that says, you know, we're going to navigate through this. And then at the end, your vision can come to life. What I want to encourage you today is to pursue it. Too many times we get caught up in it and we don't really look at it as an opportunity to do something better, right? We look at it as an opportunity that piles on top of another failure. We have to be able to pull ourselves back. And if we just look at what we're pursuing and then actually enjoy it, we actually want to get to know it a little bit better, right? When we own something, it means something more to us. So I encourage you as we dig through this, and you know the title of this, I've got it stamped on my shirt because it's passion to me. My wire fire is what's deep inside of me. It's that drive that no one else can change. Even if someone doesn't like it or someone doesn't like me, it doesn't matter because it's not getting turned off. Every morning I have to wake up, and whenever I hit that floor, I have to hit it running. I have to be able to tell myself that today's going to be a good day because I'm in it. Today's going to be a good day because I'm not going to let it go to waste. Might not win it, but I'm a warrior and I'm going to keep fighting. I want you to wake up and do the same. I want you to hit that reset. I don't care how tired you are. I don't care what you've been through. I want you to wake up. I want you to recognize that we get one shot at this. And if we pursue it and we pursue it hard, it will come to life. It will be successful. You will find success in your life. I want you to be amazing today, not just because you went and bullied someone around and you felt good about yourself. No, I wanted it to be because you inspired somebody or that you were passionate about it. Get that little fire going again inside of you, because when we're dark to the world sees it. And there's a lot of people that depend on us. And I know I'm only probably talking to a select few, but you would not believe how many people out there actually look at me if I'm having a bad day and say, oh man, something wrong? Are you okay? Are you mad at me? Constantly kind of weighing out where I'm at. But it's because they have a heavy dependency on that type of leadership, right? I bring a strong game every single day. So when those days when I'm having an off day, or maybe I'm just inside of my own head, and that is a real thing. I heard an analogy once, and I think this fits best with the type of people that I'm talking to. So there's a chicken, there's a farm, right? And the mama chicken, they came across an eagle egg, and they said, oh, let's an egg. I don't know any different. Chickens, they're ground feeders. They peck the ground. That egg, we're gonna nurse it. We're gonna sit on it. We're gonna make sure we take care of it. That's what we got to do. We got all these other chickens. We got little baby chickens running around, right? Everything is great. Life is great. Well, that egg hatches, and it ends up being an eagle. And the eagle grows up with the chickens. It's a dirt feeder. It doesn't know any different, and that's what it's doing. But deep inside, something is burning. Something inside says, this isn't me. I feel like there's more. Well, as the eagle begins to get older, he looks up one day and he sees a beautiful spread eagle just wide across the sky. And he goes to the mama and he says, what's that? He says, why can't we do that? She says, oh, that's an eagle. That's a majestic bird. That's a powerful bird. But we're chickens. This is our job. This is our role. And we have to accept our role. And there's nothing wrong with that. If that's the role you have and that's the personality you have, great. We need that. This world has to strive with everybody understanding their role. But for those eagles out there, when you look up into the sky, guess what he's doing? He's looking up saying, well, I want to be that. I don't want to be this. I know that deep inside, I'm better than this cage that I'm in right now. I'm better than the dirt that I'm pecking. So each day he's told that, but each day he's looking out, just dreaming of something bigger, something better. Well, if you're that person, if you're that eagle, that inside of you, you know something's burning, and you know the situation you're in or this circumstance you're in isn't you, and that you're going to get out of it, I'm going to tell you and encourage you to fight like hell. I've been there. I'm going to tell you right now, over the years, hasn't been easy. I've been able to crawl my way out of it. I've been able to fight for everything that I have. Wasn't given anything. Was on my own at 17 years old, and that's going to be a story for another day. That's a crazy story in itself. But I had to find maturity, and I had to find myself, and that took a long time. Some damage that I was overcoming, but once I found out who I was, and I was happy with who I was, and I was confident with who I was, the world changed. And I want you to do the same. I want you to dig deep, and I want you to find yourself, because we're going to truly own our truth, and that's just being honest with ourselves. But when I take a look back and I say, okay, how did I get to where I'm at now? It was just understanding that everything is a process. I wanted it then, I wanted it fast, and I wasn't ready for it. And I think If we respect the process, but never give up on who's inside, it will come. Many times the world wants average just to be, average. It wants us to be the standard, and you cannot accept that. If you're that eagle and you know that something deep inside of you says you're worth more, then you got to go for it. You got to start positioning yourself. You can't wait for somebody else or something great to just fall in your lap, or for someone just to give you a bag of cash and say, hey, I know you got motivation, I know you got drive, go do something with it. It doesn't work that way. But I promise you, once you recognize what you're pursuing, it gets a lot easier because you get in that headspace of yours and you're able to do something with it. Many won't understand it because the world moves too fast. But the select few that I'm talking to, I know that it's out there, and I know that you got more inside of you. So I'm going to encourage you to pick yourself back up off the floor, grab your things, and let's go. No one's going to stop you, and no one's going to get in the way because you have a true passion. Again, own your truth, dig deep inside, and we truly will be dead longer than we're alive. This has to be meaningful to you. This has to be click, click, click. Something's got to be going in order for you to want to go after it. Look back, it's okay. Look over your shoulder, see everything that you've went through, see that everything, the trauma, the life events, whatever it is, great, good. Now you got a story. Because I'm telling you, every one of us have a story. When you actually start listening to people, there's some stories out there that it's amazing that people still get up every single day. Use those stories. Use your own story to encourage someone else to be amazing. We all have a gift. We all have a talent. And I encourage you to go find it. You are great. There's nothing that can stop you. Don't let the world, don't let the evil, don't let the poison, don't let those demons that constantly chase you tell you that you can't do it. A few things that you have to recognize. When you're going and you're pursuing, it's not, again, going to be easy. You've got to write it down. You got to structure this thing because it's going to go broken and it's going to go into a million pieces. You got to be able to pick up what you can and keep it moving forward. Don't allow average to get in the way. Again, the bottom's pretty crowded. Let's try to go for the top. Let's try to be the example. Let's also live a life of integrity, charisma, and let's be that bald eagle. Let's soar. What's the worst that's going to happen, right? You're going to be able to hit the ground and then you're going to pick yourself back up. Know and recognize who you are. Be confident in who you are and know that the world is endless if we truly pursue it. Proud of you guys. Keep up this journey. The Wire Fire Factor is just getting started.